Training camp so far, a couple preseason games. As you head into tonight's game, as a group, what do you think some of the main focuses are against Vegas?
I think it's just more about just playing within the system, doing all the little things right, and obviously just like trying to gain trust. For a guy like me, I just want to do the little things right and just try to manage the puck well. And I think as a team, if we do that, good things are going to happen.
We've talked with Coach. He said there's so much volume we've thrown at these players when it comes to systems in this first week. How do you feel the group is getting used to those systems now that you've had games and a bunch of practices?
Yeah, I think it just takes time. Obviously, preseason and like camp, there's new guys coming in. You don't know like the chemistry with the line mates yet, so it's almost just like trying to stay on the same page, absorb all the information during camp, and just try to play hard. The only thing you can control is your work ethic, and I think if we control all that stuff, I think it's going to go well.
You mentioned the details. What are some of those details you want to show with your own game over this training camp?
I think just like my compete and just showing them that I could be trusted, just playing the right game, managing pucks around the blue lines, and just making sure I play that grinding type game. And I think if I do that, good things are going to happen.
Not on the ice, but we've heard so much about this group off the ice and how close they are, the brotherhood. What have you seen about this whole group getting close throughout this training camp so far?
Yeah, you know what, just a bunch of good guys here. You know what, they just welcome everyone, whether you're 18 years old or 24. So it's kind of nice being able to get to be around guys, knowing that they're really good humans and like kind of taking you in and making you feel comfortable right away. So it's pretty great. I'm pretty grateful.
Nick, going into another preseason contest, what is the D-Corps focused on tonight against Vegas?
I think a lot of the same that just we've been working on in camp. A lot of system stuff, making sure we're in the right spots. I think the biggest thing is just trying to play our own game individually and then winning battles and moving pucks, plain simple.
We've heard so much from the coaches about how much volume has been thrown at this group in terms of systems and getting everyone up to speed. With so many returning defensemen, how do you think that has helped the group just adjust to the new adjustments that the coaches made?
Yeah, I think it definitely does. And for me personally, I played with Matsy a lot last year, so it's obviously comforting playing with a guy that I played with for I don't know how many games last year, 10, 15, so that's obviously nice. And yeah, a lot of returning guys that, you know, the system isn't as much of a tinker for us. It's more just finding our individual game and meshing it together.
The new guys coming in, there's a bunch, whether it's guys on junior teams, this is a whole modge podge of a group at training camp. How do you guys feel that you all have come together as a group off the ice?
Good. I mean, we spent a lot of time together at the rink all day long and doing everything, and it is a lot of returning guys, so it might be easier for some guys to kind of fit in with a group that knows each other a lot. So I think it's been pretty easy.
And just looking at this training camp, it was a really busy start. 3 preseason games in 2 days, then a day off of practice into this. Coach said this is the first section of camp. How do you think that you guys did as a group getting through such a busy time without a lot of practices?
Yeah, it's kind of always feels like that. You know, day one, it's live bullets, and then it kind of flies by. A lot of practice games right away, travel, stuff like that. So I think it's been good. I think guys are, you know, catching on to everything and kind of buying into what, you know, how Bear wants us to play. So it's a day-by-day thing, but I think we're growing.
Besides winning a preseason game, what are some of the things you want to see out of your team tonight that you're focused on seeing them do?
Well, there's a few things structure-wise. Want to see a little bit more consistency in our outlets on the breakout. I want to see a little bit more pace on our neutral zone forecheck, plus a little bit better coverage of what we call the wall. Then there's a few things like that in our structure we want to see. We did some video a little bit every day. We want to see the progression. I think we're in the right path. We need to keep going. That's phase one thing. The second thing is they will be all player evaluation and what they can do. And the third thing is, one, our team to be relentless. I want our team to be physical. I want our team to be extremely competitive. That's the culture part. And I want to see the leadership. I want to see the guys talking to each other, helping each other, those kind of things.
Is it Vanacek tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Villalta is not going to play, or is he going to take a period again?
Yeah. First, I have to tell you, during the season, we will not say who's playing that. So if they can pre-scout him if they want tonight, I don't care. But during the season, I just want to tell you that. So when you will ask me, it's not because I don't want to answer you. We won't say before the game who's our starting goalie for competitive advantage situation. Having that said, tonight will be Vanacek, and he will be playing all game.
And what have you liked from him so far?
Well, you can see he's a veteran. He's moving really well. So far in practice, he's doing a really good job. The game he played, he did a good job as well. He was good. So I don't know him as much as I know Veg, obviously, but playing against him and now having a chance to be around him, he's a really good pro, really well organized. I like him so far.
What does Kyler Yamamoto bring to this club right now, and especially in training camp as competitive as it is?
Well, he brings a ton of things. Yami is super smart, super quick, and super competitive. That's the way I will describe him. He's one of our best guys to win battles along the wall. Sometimes you get fooled by the size, but he wins a ton of battles. He's really good on loose puck. He's fearless, and he's playing the game the right way, so we like him a lot.
Is JJ really starting to find his groove with this team so far in the training camp?
Well, he played only one game. It's tough to really know that. JJ, Schmitty, Turbo are in the same boat. There's a lot of not learning, but learning how the team play, what's the structure, what's the system, what's the expectation. So try to communicate a ton with those guys. Try to make sure they're comfortable, make sure they ask all the questions, make sure they understand there's no bad question, there's no such thing as a bad question. So we're at that phase still right now. I think as a coach or as an organization, you want them to be comfy, you want them to play their own game, you want them to bring what make them special to our team, and at the same time for them to understand how we play and what they can expect in each situation and stuff like that. So it's a balance, and we're still in the first phase of the camp. Obviously, Smitty will play his first game. JJ will play his second game, Turbo's second game. So we had the opportunity to do some video with them and having some discussion on what's expected in terms of positioning. So I think it's early right now, but I like JJ's body language, the way he responds, the question he asks, and everything. It's really positive so far.
This morning it felt more like a training camp practice than a morning skate. But when you work on things during the practice and you see it translate to a game, as a coach, what is that like?
Oh, it's expected. No, but it's a good point. But, it's we'll go two directions on that. At some point, you need to make sure you're in collaboration with the player on what's expected, in this term of that's what we practice, that's what we expect during game, and that has to translate. So if player are not comfy, at some point they need to be comfortable enough to talk to you about that is tough for me, tough for us, or whatever, or is there another way we can do that, or we can achieve the same thing. I think I like to have that kind of communication. So I like when it's translate. If it doesn't, you need to ask yourself, okay, well, what doesn't work, what they don't understand, or what we can do differently. That's A. But B, what you saw this morning, I think it will be a little bit of a reflect of the reality of that season. What we explained to the player, we always have the same 3 first drill. That is, it's simple. It's a warm up where everybody touches the puck. It's a shooting drill for the goalie, and you have a 2-on-1 to get the leg going and a little bit of skill. But then we had a drill certain day when we will not practice the day before. We want to have the 4th drill where it's purposeful to your opponent or about something you want to work at. So this morning we achieved both. So an example, we practice a little bit of ozone strategy versus the way Vegas played in their D zone, and certain stuff we want to exploit or be careful of. And at the same time, we work a little bit on our neutral zone forecheck in some situation where it was a little bit confusing for the guys, so they had a chance to have at least one rep of it and talking about it. So we had one drill because this year we'll have a lot of day where we will not be able to practice because of the schedule, because the workload, and because the management. So we want to take advantage of saying, okay, we need to work at that, but we'll still take the day off And tomorrow during the morning skate, we'll have one drill working at it instead to say, oh, no, okay, we have to work at that. We'll practice, and we want morning skate tomorrow. So we want to have that approach with our team so the guys know, okay, there's a little something more than just skating and moving the puck in the morning skate. And that is due to the reality of the schedule this year where we should have close to 20 practice less than the normal year. So we want to take advantage of that.
André, Dmitry Simishev, what have you seen from him in the training camp? What are you looking for from him tonight?
Yeah.
And also, he played 2 years in the K. So
played pro.
Is all that kind of bundled up into somebody that looks pretty good right now?
Yeah, he does look pretty good. And you know what? It's what I will answer the first question by saying what we like about him right now is his focus and consistency in training camp. He's doing a really good job of every day bringing the same thing and being consistent in his play and being really well prepared and everything. That leads to your point of he's been around pro. He's been a pro. He played pro already for 2 years, so he's been around professional and his approach daily. He's ready to go. He's focused. His mind's at the right place. What we're looking for, your second question is, okay, who is he exactly? Is it what we see right now? Or, because everybody can, not everybody, but a lot of people can do it for 2 weeks. Now he needs to do it for the next 15 years, so we'll see.
Some of the scouts talked about Daniil Boot and that his dad's a coach.
Yeah.
And that maybe helped him have a little bit more maturity in his game for a young guy. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that. And you can see this guy been coached before. I did some video with him, and he had already a really good idea of what was right, what was wrong. And his question were real question. They were not. I was not talking to a kid who was confused. He was kind of, okay, in that situation, do I do that or that? I said, okay, he has a thought process and everything. I think that you can see he wants to do the right thing. The game hasn't slowed down yet for him. You see his skill and what he can bring. The game has just slowed down a little bit, so he can process quick enough to apply what he thinks, which is the right thing.
For players like Boot and Baudouin, Iginla, Simishev, what does it take to help them unlock their potential while also remaining patient due to the fact that they're young?
It's a timeline of you want to teach them what they need to do better, but at the same time you cannot paralyze them. They cannot get on the ice and just thinking, and now they're not themselves. So already as a team we have a lot of teaching, and that's just the reality that you need to be able to follow. It's the NHL. All those guys in the room are the best in the world, so we need to move forward because we play against the best in the world as well. So we need to get up. That's their first challenge. But individually with them, we try to make sure they understand and they're not overflowed by information or paralyzed by information. And they have all of them individually certain thing they need to get level with. So it's important to look through their eyes, and if you see through, that's no good. So you need to make sure, you see he understands, if he's feeling comfortable with it, okay, then we can add a layer of information and certain thing they need to do better or different, or depends on what the situation is. But it's important to find the right balance, because if you throw everything at them, if you throw the book at them, any player, if you throw the book at them and you want them to be textbook, they will be paralyzed. That won't work.